this is Steve Jobs, co-founder of Apple. I will share my secret recipe of success with you, how I turned a company from 2 men working from garage into 4,000 employees. First and foremost, follow your heart, live each day of your life as it was your last. Every morning, I used to wake up and ask myself, if today was the last day of my life, how would I spend it? What would or can I do to make it better? In response, whenever I get a consistent no from inside, my mind would trigger, now it's time to change. I need to change something, remembering that I will be dead soon. This intuition of mine helped me take major decisions of my life. In fact, almost everything, all external expectations, all fear, pride, failure or embarrassment, falls off in the face of death, leaving everything behind in this world. So follow your heart, what you gain in this world remains here. But human tendency is, they don't want to leave this world. In fact, people who anticipate to go directly to heaven don't want to die, yet death is the ultimate and final destination for us all. Your time in this world is limited. Don't waste it. Don't be trapped by dogma, living someone else's life or living how other people think of you. Above all, have the courage to follow your heart. Everything else is secondary. Secondly, in an early stage of my life, I was lucky enough to find love of my life. At the age of 20, I started off Apple in my parents' garage. From 2 of us in a garage, our hard work turned into a $2 billion company. At the age of 30, we released finest creation of Macintosh, had over 4,000 employees working for us. Then, I was fired from my own company. One must ask, how can you get fired from the company you have started? So we hired someone who I thought was very talented to run the company. First year we got along well, but then our visions diverged for the future planning and eventually we had a fallout. Board of directors voted him to be the best at the time. And I had no choice but to leave. But, after I had left, what astonished me is that Apple had not changed much. So, this gave me a new opportunity and I had to start all over again. Getting fired from Apple was the best thing that could have ever happened to me, as it allowed me to enter in one of the most creative periods of my life. I started a company. Manifest of my story is, to accomplish your goals, one must follow individual goals, ultimately bringing prosperity in your life. Last but not least, when I dropped out of college, it was one of the most critical decisions of my life. At the time, when I didn't have a dorm room, I remember sleeping on the floor in my friend's room. I remember walking 7 miles across town every Sunday night to get one good meal a week at the Hare Krishna temple. However, as I dropped out, I was introduced to a calligraphy class. I learned serif and sans serif typefaces, figuring out the amount of space between different letter combinations, figuring out typography. I never thought I would use calligraphy in my future. Then years later, out of my expectations, when we were designing the first Macintosh computer, it all came back to me and we designed it all into the Mac, as it was the first computer with beautiful typography. Whatever skills you learn in life, you never know where and when it can be used. So just remember, nothing comes easy in life. We must strive to get the best out of the situation. In the end, having a firm belief of having all the dots connected down the road, this will boost your self-confidence to follow your heart. I hope you all learned something from me today to achieve your future endeavors.